Hey guys, so I actually already made this video and I'm remaking it because it was like over 26 minutes long and I didn't think you guys wanted to watch a video that was that long. So I am going to make this video two parts. The first part is going to be my pregnancy story and my second part is going to be my labor and delivery story. And I'm actually sitting here with Bentley. And I'm not really sure what he's doing. He just ripped his pacifier out of his mouth and he's like trying to eat a blanket. So, here's my baby. Say hi, mommy. Say hi, people. Smile. Smile.
Yeah, I just got mugged.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what he's doing. But anyway, so I'm gonna jump into my pregnancy story. My last video that was posted, I talked about actually telling my parents, his dad, and him, and my friends, and his friends. And are you gonna cry now that you took that out of your mouth? Say maybe. But anyway, so to actually take off from there, I had a really easy pregnancy. I loved my midwife. Oh, no. I absolutely loved my midwife. She was awesome. For the longest time, nobody else knew. I actually got really pissed off because someone that I did tell, told other people, and it actually turned out that my cousin told her dad and her dad let it slip to everybody, which actually pissed me off a lot because it's not their business to tell people, and I had already felt so bad like disappointing my family. I mean, it's not that I'm young, I'm 19, but I mean, I felt bad because I did want to be married first.
Well, if everyone concerned about global warming, now it'll pay attention to the fact that there's still large-scale.
I mean, we were engaged before we found out that I was pregnant.
By the cosmetics industry.
I better look that one up at the library.
So it's not like it was that big of a deal. That, I mean, obviously things happen. It's whatever. But I was actually really pissed off. Like, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I didn't even want them near the baby when the baby was born. So
Hey there, bus stop boy. How's it hanging? Afternoon, sir. Benjamin?
I found out, actually when I found out, I was like, I really want a boy. It's a boy. I know I'm having a boy. And then it eventually turned into, well, maybe it's a girl. I really want a girl. I hope it's a girl. But I still had, like,
Come on.
I found out January 17th, I think, that I was having a boy, and like a week before that, I was like, I think it's a boy. I really have this strong feeling that it's a boy. Like, the feeling never went away from when I found out I was pregnant until I found out I was having a boy. But me and my boyfriend had this bet. So we talked about names a lot. Not very often, but we did talk about names for him, and he is getting tired, and it's so funny.
Yeah, all right. If you say so, let's go. My dad's in the car. Hold on, I want to get my camera.
But we did talk about names, and I was set on the name Bentley. I didn't know it was a car at all. I liked the name Bentley, and if Brantley would have sounded good with his last name, I would have done that too. Actually, I didn't realize this until after I had my heart set on his name being Bentley, that his name is Ben Franklin. So, yeah. But anyway. We argued over middle names because my grandfather had just passed away and I wanted to name him after him, like his middle name after him. So we stopped talking about it because he wanted to keep a name that has been in his family forever. But it's his dad's first name, and that really bothers me because before I got pregnant, his dad and I never really had an issue with each other. But once I got pregnant, he stopped talking to me. He still won't talk to me. He has seen his grandson a handful of times. He has held him a handful of times. But I picked his first name, and like 3 days before I went into labor, he got a middle name. And so, but my pregnancy actually was really easy. I had a few mornings where or not even mornings, like I just had a few times where I had morning sickness. And
wait. You didn't get with Shauna, did you? Look, man, Duncan is not in favor of anybody with a white,
he's
black,
going to sleep.
brown, male or female having a sexual relationship.
But
and it's not about race. It's
my
about
entire
Duncan
thing was
doing what he can do
pretty
to
easy,
protect
except
Shauna.
for the fact that
She's never hurt emotionally or physically.
I went to his house when before I started showing, and after I started showing, like his stepmom didn't know that I was pregnant. She didn't want me staying over. She'd get pissed off whenever I'd end up falling asleep at their house. But she didn't care that my boyfriend was staying over at my house, sleeping in like with me, and so she just had an issue with me being at her house, which she didn't like me anyway. So his dad and his stepmom all don't like me. So it's whatever. But my pregnancy was really easy. My first due date was June 5th. My second due date was June 17th. And I ended up having him on June 6th. But my labor and delivery story is going to be really, really super long. So I don't want it to take up any more time. But other than the few social issues with my pregnancy, everything went really well. Actually, his stepmom found out 2 weeks before I went into labor that I was pregnant. And at this time, my boyfriend was already living with me since January. So it was 5 months later. And I started showing in January. So I stopped going over to their house once I couldn't hide it anymore. But I'll tell you guys my labor and delivery story later. It's really, really super long. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.